Okay, we're ready to start here. One moment.
Our higher power. New Thought Tuesdays. Good Tuesday to everybody. Hey, Richard.
Hey, welcome. New Thought Tuesdays.
Hey, so
Having a
our
great day.
question to you is what if the clarity and answers that you seek are already within you, simply waiting to be discovered? What if? Well, it's more than what if. We are completely convinced and have experience to know that the answers that we all seek are inside us, within us, in our inner sanctuary. And today we're talking all about that idea that we can communicate with our higher power. Call it God, call it spirit, call it Buddha, call it whatever you want, that we have the ability to communicate with that higher power. And so we're going to be talking about the idea of turning within. We're
Yeah.
going to be talking about the idea of embracing a spiritual practice and releasing, getting rid of the nonsense that is in the way of that answer that we seek, that quiet that we embrace to listen to that answer. And
Yeah.
then, of course, in the inner circle today, we're going to be doing exercises and talking confidentially because when we're done here on the social media, we go into the inner circle and we meet with our New Thought Tuesdays community and discuss this topic, this discussion of communicating with our higher power.
Yeah.
We'll go into a discussion with everybody then. So
And
welcome.
we'll let you know at the end how you can do that, get involved in it, become a
Yep.
part of our community, our inner
Yep.
circle. Uh, yeah. You said that you can communicate with it. You are communicating with it, right, Dean? Because what we believe from New Thought, Ancient Wisdom teachings is that whatever it is, God, dog, whatever you want to call it, you gave me that one, God backwards, dog. Uh, you are communicating it because you're one with it. It is you and you are it, and it is creating in and as and through you. So aren't we communicating it? And this is a question for you, Dean. Aren't we communicating with it every time we feel a feeling, get an emotion, have a thought, have an idea?
We are. We are communicating. We are always expressing it. We are always one with it. It is always present. Have you ever been on a phone call and then somebody in the room is like, but Dean, I need to talk to you, and you kind of go, I'll be right. I'll be right there. Some Sometimes I feel like we're not me, never me. No, no, no. Sometimes I feel like I'm that way with God.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, I'm sorry. Ego's on the phone, God. I'll be right with you. So yes, we're always there. We're always with it. And sometimes we just kind of push it out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And we just go with our ego mind. So how does this thing communicate with you? We talked earlier, Dean, about the monkey mind. And
Oh,
so is the monkey mind and spiritual mind? Is the spiritual mind God and infinite intelligence communicating with you? And is the monkey mind getting in the way? Is it the monkey mind that pushes it away? Is that what
well,
you're
I
saying?
mean, that whole thing of it's all God or it's all good, it's all God. Well, I God is everywhere present in everything that we are experiencing, everything we think, do, and say. It's a matter of being mindful.
Yeah.
The monkey mind, I was talking about ego. Hold the phone, ego's on the phone. The monkey mind. Oh, and we should tell for those of you who don't know what the term monkey mind is, there's that inner voice that's like, rah, it just keeps going, 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 go all around the jungle of your mind, just like a monkey going from tree to tree to tree, doing all kinds of things. And sometimes that can be our mind.
Yeah.
And when we talk about monkey mind, we're talking about really first observing, blessing, acknowledging, accepting the monkey mind,
Yeah.
and slowly bringing ourselves into an awareness in that inner sanctuary of the peace so that we can actually listen. Because when you've got the monkey mind, you basically have to say, oh, okay, I'm gonna just put this phone down and let the monkey mind keep going, and I'm gonna listen to the higher and greater.
Yeah.
Listen to the higher and greater.
And if you're listening to the monkey mind, sooner or later it becomes the monkey on your back, and you can't get rid of it. You know, that monkey on your back, and it's there. So you got to stop listening to that monkey mind and go within and listen to spiritual mind. Listen to the infinite intelligence that we're all a part of. We're connected to it. It's communicating to us 24/7, right? And are we listening? Are you listening?
Are you listening? And I'm not even gonna say, are you listening? I'm just gonna say, am I listening?
Yeah.
You know, I I know this stuff pretty well. And still today we were getting ready to do this and that, and there's expectation and interest and trying to get things done in a certain order. And I have to just stand at the desk and go, okay, take a break, because you're thinking that you're the one that's doing all this and you're in charge, and there's no grace going on right here. And then I go, wait, there is some grace here. And I started to look into the grace and become aware of the grace. But I was also aware that I was just going like, no. God, hold on. I got to get this done first. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Yeah, you know, I had a similar experience to that where things were going chaotic around here. Over the weekend, my wife's mom passed away. And so she woke up in the middle of the night. And when she gets up to go in the kitchen to have toast, my stomach starts to growl and I want some toast. You know, toast kind of soothes you in the middle of the night. You go out and have a little toast with jam or butter on it, a little glass of milk, and you go back to bed. Well, she went in and had the toast, and then she couldn't sleep. And I said, let's do a prayer treatment, which is going within and connecting and speaking with infinite intelligence.
Yeah.
And so we did a prayer treatment, and she fell asleep. I fell asleep. I woke up and goes, so how'd you sleep last night? She goes, great. I don't know if it was the toast or the treatment, but I slept like a baby after we went back to bed. So, but maybe that's how infinite intelligence works. Maybe it uses the toast. Maybe the thought that came into your mind was not the monkey mind, it was conscious mind, spiritual mind, saying, get up, go have some toast, relax a little, have a little milk, and you'll feel better, and you go to sleep. That's how it communicates to us. You know, they say I've heard this story before, when Jesus was feeding the multitudes, and there were four loaves and two fish, and it fed everybody during the Sermon of the Mount. And somebody had mentioned once, you know, what could have happened was a fisherman had a great catch and brought it there and started feeding everybody. It doesn't matter, because infinite intelligence knows your needs even before you ask for them, and it's setting up all components to bring you your highest good. Whether it's that, or whether it's Moses parting the Red Sea. I've heard that it could have been a volcano that erupted and parted the sea. I mean, you don't know. That's a miracle in itself. So miracles do happen, and they can happen, and who knows how. So,
Well, see, you're showing your cards on what it is that you believe. You just say miracles do happen as if it's true. And it is true, and we happen to agree with one another on that, but it's that it is as you believe it.
That's it.
And this idea of I am looking for, I have a divine desire to experience or express some information, some way through expansion of, and our concept of this higher power from a psychological standpoint, just relaxing and allowing yourself to be giving yourself self-care, allows us then to launch into that area of faith beyond what makes sense to us, to what we are calling for. That really, when I look inside, when I sense inside, it's like, this makes tremendous sense to me.
Yeah.
And once I get to that place of quiet, I can listen. They say that prayer is talking to God and meditating is listening to God. And that's one of the things that we're going to be talking about in the inner circle today, is that idea of what spiritual practices do you employ? Do you engage to experience the awareness of your higher power.
Yeah.
And it's by having that sense of an awareness that there, number one, is a higher power. In this principle, and this is principle 28 in Rich's book, The 52 Laws and Principles of the Infinite Filmmaker, this is principle number 28. It's not talking about, is there a higher power? We're already assuming a higher power here. And we're saying, yes, there is a higher power. And when you look at Ernest Holmes, Buddhism, Abraham Hicks, there are ways to allow yourself to listen.
Yeah.
Instead of taking the monkey mind and the ego and saying, got to get it done, got to do it right, got to do it now.
Yeah.
And there's a sublime quality about it.
Yeah. You know, speaking of Ernest Holmes, we use a lot of his teachings. That's what I was, that's my mentor, Ernest Holmes, Joel Goldsmith. You know, studying their works, and that's how I was able to get to this place of believing that that I'm connected to it, that it's creating my life in and through me, through my mind, through my consciousness, through my faith. And so there's an Ernest Holmes quote, and let's read a little bit of it. Let me start, and then I want to comment on it, and then you can finish it too, Dean. What do you think of that?
Go
So
for it.
he says there's a power within you that can lift your life to its highest level. It can change illness into health, bring peace amidst toil, and success out of failure. And so, you know, that is so powerful to me, because if you believe it, you can create it. And if you believe that you can heal yourself or heal others, if you believe that you can find peace within, like Jen and I doing that prayer treatment, finding peace amongst all the stuff that was going on in her mind, keeping her awake, you know, that you can, when you connect with it, all of this is it's what do they call it? It's the divine grace. It just comes to you. And he continues on. What else does he say, Dean?
It says it can bring, this divine grace that you were talking about can bring companionship and happiness out of loneliness. It will respond to you, for this is the power that dwells at the center of your being, waiting to be released. So this is that ultimate power, that infinite power, that existence that is everywhere present, expressing as you, as me, as Rich, as all beings everywhere. And this power that is within is also without.
Yeah.
But oftentimes we look at, oh, there's God. Oh, there he is up there, that outside of us. And these teachings are encouraging us to turn within, to that inner quiet space, ask the questions, and patiently wait for the answers. And the answers, I call on this, and this is always my training from like Christian Science and religious science, that idea that these ideas are angel thoughts. It's when it's, and you can identify them because there is a certain feeling tone about them. There's a certain clarity about them. And there's no sense of, gotta get it, human stuff. There's, at least in my experience, it has always been very peaceful and sometimes very creative.
Yeah.
Often very creative.
Because the divine can only express itself as peace and harmony and joy and love and comfort. You know, all of these virtues that we look towards the infinite for, God, divine presence, already exists within us. We just have to connect with it and feel that peace and experience it. Start to think peaceful thoughts. Start to think about joy and happiness. You know, I know this, you know, we have a friend that is not very happy all the time and stuff. And it's like she's just missing that connection with the divine. And when you find it, just as Ernest Holmes says, what did he say here? It can change illness into health, and it can bring you peace and happiness out of loneliness, as you said, Dean. as you're reading it. And so,
Well, then too, there was something I wanted, because we're actually almost done, almost out of time, and I wanted to bring our idea to the Buddhist concept that peace comes from within. So don't seek it outside of yourself. That peace, that inner wisdom comes from within, and the tools that we use over and over and over, and though it may seem like we're calling on the same tools all the time, each one of these tools has an infinite possibility, a deep, deep well. We call upon prayer, meditation, affirmation, service, tithing, forgiveness, gratitude, reading and study. We call on all of these different spiritual practices to really allow ourselves to peel off the layers of resistance and to speak to that higher power, to listen to and speak to and be curious about that higher power.
yeah. And I just want to conclude with the rest of the Ernest Holmes saying. The universe is impersonal. It's not personal. It gives to all alike. It's no respecter of persons, doesn't value one person over another. You know, it values each alike. And its nature is to impart, to us and give to us, and ours is to receive.
Yeah.
And so within us, within each and every one of us is the unborn possibility to create whatever it is we can think about. And we can do it. And I do it all the time because I'm so connected to this teaching. And a lot of times I just have to think a thought and then boom, it'll appear, it'll just show up. Today I went to pick up some stuff from my wife's mom's home, and who was there? Her daughter. And I was going to have to lift this heavy chairs and furniture and stuff. And my back went out yesterday from moving stuff. I woke up with a back pain, right? But they were there. Is that divine grace that they were there picking up a piece of furniture? And it's like, oh, guys, this is great. You're here. I didn't know how I was going to do this. I left it up to God. This is the way it works when you start doing these things that Dean is talking about, gratitude and prayer and meditation, and get connected to it. You're connecting with that divine presence within you. And then everything around you is going to conspire to that vibration that you're at, which is joy and peace and harmony. And things just seem to open up, like miracles happen in your life. No miracle, they happen to want to be there at that time and do it. But to me, it was a miracle, them showing up. Anyways.
Seeing the energy of the universe as the universe is conspiring for my good.
Yeah.
Like the universe is talking behind my back, coming up with good things for Dean. And I love that idea, because so much of my experience in the past has been, well, I don't know about that, what's going on. There's negative things happening and all conspiring. It's you got to beat it away. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Like full and graceful, divine grace is everywhere present.
Yeah, and that's why we're here to support you guys whenever you have those thoughts and that vibration and things don't seem to be going your way. Dean and I are here to support you in that. In our inner circle, I have my mastermind group on Saturdays. I have a bunch of group coaching sessions that I'm offering, but that's what we're here for, so that you guys don't have to experience this stuff. It took us years to learn these principles and to practice them in our life. You guys get the benefit of having us there to share these with you, so that you don't have to go through years of suffering with things that aren't working out for you, And especially,
that's one of the things about the inner circle is we get to discuss that with one another, and that we've had some really great demonstrations, and the folks in the inner circle have been most wonderful and kind, and just to experience and express the joy that they're experiencing as their manifestations are taking place consistently as we are exploring all of this material together. Yeah,
that was awesome when Ron shared the other day. He said, you guys, this has been so a blessing for me, because he's won all these festival awards, and he just finished his new screenplay. And he goes, because of you guys, a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to do this on my own. And that really made me feel good. That's why we do it. That's
Yeah.
why we do what we do. That's why I do
And-
what I do.
And if you want to know more about the Inner Circle, you can go to newthoughttuesdays.com. And if we are, for the rest of the month of July, we are allowing people with interview to apply for a complimentary admission into the Inner Circle. That will close up the first week of August, and we will be back to monetizing the we will be monetizing the Inner Circle, because this is a thing of value and we look forward to showing it to you. So, and sharing it with you. Go to newthoughttuesdays.com and scroll down through the page a little bit, and you'll see that you can click on a calendar item to have an interview with Rich, to apply for coming into the Inner Circle. And also, if you want more information, you can click on Yes, I Want to Be Reminded, and we'll send you a link just for the rest of this month.
Yeah.
Okie
Okay.
dokie, Skokie.
Thank you. And so we'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Yep, next Tuesday.
Take care. Bye. Okay, Dean. We're going to stop the podcast. Guys, if you're listening, join us on New Thought Tuesdays Inner Circle, which is coming up right now. We're going to shut all the cameras off and go in and have a little private session where we talk about this principle of looking within and finding you good. Right, Dean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if you didn't know, that was a recording. That was Memorex. Dean's on the road, as you can see. And we pulled it off. So we'll see you all next Tuesday on the broadcast. Take care. Bye.
We're going to go ahead and turn off the live streaming.